Hey, Breezy, you got the same headset as me. How'd you turn off the little blue glowy things on the ears?
Mine doesn't come with the blue glowy things, because you must have the USB version.
Yeah.
Mine's not a USB, mine's a female jack.
Fuck. Female jack.
Alright. 3 mil jack, I said.
Does anyone want to take that one? Or
I'm just going to leave that one alone.
Okay.
That was just too easy.
All right, here comes all the noise. It's April 26, 2015, and you're watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games. Yeah. I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
All right, 470th episode of Mods on Air, bringing you the week in gaming news, modders, developers, and gamers we are. I am foyleman, and also on the show today we have with us Breezy. Hello, Breezy.
Hello.
Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you around. Stryder's with us. Hello, Stryder.
Hey, everybody.
And Welshie. Good morning, Welshie.
Hello.
Well, not so good as from what I hear, but he'll eventually recover from Friday night. So those of you who haven't been here before, check out our website over at MODSonair.com and see all of our past episodes, and be prepared to be offended because it happens. We are adults and we can handle it. You may not be able to.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
470 episodes now.
Yes.
How many years have we been doing this? I've lost track.
Well, how many years worth of episodes are you asking, or how many?
When did we start?
We officially started in April. No, of.
Nobody knows.
No, I know. July 2005. 10 years.
10
almost.
years.
Yeah, I've been doing this since 2007, I think.
Long time.
Yeah. So I got 8 years.
That's almost as long as Anderson Cooper, and our news is more riveting.
I think Stryder was on the first. Yeah, you were on the first one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was on...
in fact, we each had to record our own stream, and
I had to spend days
piece them together because some would play back faster than others.
And then there'd be times where like you'd accidentally forget to put one person's audio in, so there'd be just like silence for a bit, and then somebody would go, "Yeah, that's a good point."
Yeah, you'd hear the little beep clips as he was piecing them in.
July 11th.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Look at us with some sort of unpaid career.
Mm.
I guess no. I don't know. What's this? What's it got to be a career?
Paying.
Yeah, that's kind of a big defining feature of a career.
Well,
I think so.
Mind you, some people make a career out of being interns, and that doesn't pay shit, I don't think. So, cool.
I think it might have to in some instances. You know what? That's besides the point. Let's talk about games. Or I'm going to start off talking about there is a documentary that is available called GameLoading, and it has to do with the rise of the indies. So it's supposed to be going over how the indie developers took a foothold and started to rise up and become a bit more popular in video game development.
Working in independent games,
I have not watched it,
feels like
so I don't know if I consider it accurate or not.
We can really say tender.
I don't think there's been a rise
life experience in the
popularity of indie developers or indie games. I think it's just there's
people are making games.
Nobody is putting out games
to cancer, to love
as readily as indie developers. And it's because we're all getting all of these phone type games, these non-in-depth games. Because as soon as you're away from that, I don't believe you're an indie developer anymore, because you've got, usually money, financial backing, and marketing.
You got money and 30 people that work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the definition is very loose. I don't believe that if you're being backed by a publisher, you can be considered indie, regardless of size.
Even anybody that goes for crowdfunding on Kickstarter, you're no longer an indie developer because you have financial backing from someone. Indie developer is someone that does it for the love of it. That's what an indie developer was. They did it because they were small scale. They did it because it was their baby. They loved it. Now it's everybody's trying to turn a profit off of it and saying you're an indie developer. Well, that was not where all the creativity and the indie hype, the original indie hype, came from.
Right. Well, indie is short for independent, meaning they're making it out of their own pockets. So obviously it cannot be with any kind of, I don't think it can be any kind of financial support, although technically they say significant financial support. And yeah, is a Kickstarter considered financial support?
Should be.
Yeah, I guess it should be. And yes, I believe a small team counts. It doesn't just have to be a single person. It could be a team of 5 people. I don't know what number should make it considered larger than small.
But I mean, if for example, we all got together and decided we were going to develop a game out of our own pockets, no financial backing, that would be an indie development. If someone goes and says, "Hey, I'm going to put this up on Kickstarter," you're no longer an indie developer.
But I think you're an indie developer if you do pre-sale.
Even then, that is just ridiculous. The pre-sale, I disagree with that in its entirety, and I said why before the show.
Yes.
Because you're nothing more than a unpaid beta tester for an unproven product.
Yes. That's true.
I don't know.
He's referring to Killing Floor 2 because Breezy and I, sorry Breezy to let the world know that you and I have...
Just drag me into this. Don't just come drag me into it.
Everybody knows anyways. Everybody knows anyways that that Breezy's part of essentially if you say, hey, it's on sale, Breezy will throw money at it.
I can't help myself. It's an addiction, and I'm going to seek help.
Yeah.
I admit I have a problem, and that's the first step.
I don't feel like I'm blindly giving somebody my money because I feel like they have a track record.
Yeah.
You're still an unpaid beta tester.
Yes.
My thing is I have
paid for early access on an unfinished game.
Mine is I haven't bought it just because I don't want to play the hell out of it and then it come out and then I'm bored with it. That's what I'm worried about.
That's what'll happen anyways.
Well, yeah, but I'd at least like to get, like, oh, it's out. We can play it now for a good, month or two.
Yeah, everybody, I believe, is going to be expecting that nostalgic feeling they got from the first one, and I don't know that it'll be recreated. It happens with every sequel.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about the 10 minutes that I played.
Why would you not be?
I don't know.
It's not like you signed an NDA.
Okay.
It's early access. Everybody in the fucking world's got it that opened up their wallets sillily.
I played a single round. I enjoy the new voice acting. I enjoy the new sounds. I like the way it looks, even though it's not as gritty as it used to be. I think it's a lot more difficult than it was. Not just a little more difficult. So I'm not sure I'm going to like the difficulty settings the way that they have been applied. I have not played...
It'd be fine once you get a couple of people in.
I played by myself in a single-player version of it. Yes.
But see, you could do that in the old one, and it's scaled based on the number of people. That was why it was bad if someone was in your party and didn't show up.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, because it was scaled for that extra person.
Yeah. I felt it was a lot more difficult, and not just because of the way that things moved, but also because of the way the weapon would shoot and reload, and I don't know all the controls yet. My melee was not where I like it, that kind of stuff.
Can you map your controls?
Yes.
Okay. That's one thing I hate is when they hard code controls in and you can't map them to what's...
I couldn't see them doing that for Killing Floor, though.
In the end, they might not. I could see them doing it before it's released. And they didn't. You can map them. Yeah. There's also something going on out there regarding griefers on the game.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, so what was this? Apparently people are going in there and causing trouble for other players, and their response is going to be, we're not going to let you ever play the game again. We're going to revoke your CD key and ban you from the game.
It's part of the terms and conditions that they have the right to ban you if you repeatedly grief.
Well, who decides what griefing is?
I was just going to say, it's because you don't like...
Tripwire does.
I don't get it. That seems a very loose definition.
Yeah, is Tripwire monitoring every gameplay?
I assume there'll be a report option.
So then you just get people whining because someone's better than them, or...
It could be, but they're going to investigate. There are servers. They're saying that there's servers of people who are sitting around that are definitely cheating, and that they are engaging in racism, bigotry, sexism, and other types of cyberbullying.
Oh, fuck, that's our entire show.
And, well, I've got to say somebody's got to step up, and because somebody's got to put their foot down in some instances. And if these... Yes, you can have servers out there, you just don't join them. But if these are going to be servers, which I'm not sure they are or not, that are run by Tripwire, Tripwire has a right to step in and say whatever the hell they want. As far as banning them forever from the game because of the way they act, I don't know. They can ban them from their servers forever.
It's no different than Valve banning you if they decide you're cheating. Because they don't like a piece of software that's on your program or on your PC. I don't agree with that. If you're cheating, fine, get banned. But if just because you've ran your Steam or Valve spyware onto my computer and said, "Oh, I don't like this program you've got. It could potentially be used for cheating," then we're going to ban your Steam account.
And you're okay with groups of people spreading themselves out among servers and making it so that other people just can't enjoy the game?
It happens no matter what.
So you're okay with it?
I'm not okay.
If you own the game, if you were the owner of the game, you're like, man, let them do it.
Develop something that makes it take away their ability to. Don't put it down to a position where it's somebody's judgment call. Because then you've got one person in power. You got one person in power. All of a sudden, he gets a god complex. It's like playing on a Call of Duty server back in the day that was administered by a 12-year-old. Oh, you beat me. You must be cheating. You're banned.
The amount of times I got kicked from servers for that, like, oh, I killed you 4 times in a row, hacker, and then you get kicked. And it's like,
the problem is there is no system to do it without doing it that way.
See,
so how are they grieving? This is the question then. How are they grieving? What are they doing?
Yeah, like I don't understand how you can decide on griefing.
If you're being sexist or racist, then disable map chat. All right, no map chats allowed. I mean, they did that. They took away one of the funnier bits of what was that shooter game we played where if you got killed you were dead. Insurgency, where it was you typed in the chat and it would read it. And
oh no, that was that game. It wasn't Insurgency. It was
Takedown.
That's it, yeah.
You know,
that was funny.
It was a funny feature, but they took it out because people were abusing it in that way. So do the same thing.
But at the same time, what if you're using that system but you're not abusing it? What if that's how you and your friends in game communicate? Now you're punishing them for using it right.
In 2015, you're telling me you're going to type in chat so it can read it to you because you can't. People have, I never learned to read, but I can type. I don't get that.
But what if you're blind?
Then you shouldn't be fucking playing. There, I said it.
I just waited for somebody to figure that one out. What if you're blind? Then how are you playing the game in the first place?
Yeah, Braille video games.
I find it difficult to understand who sits there and decides, okay, what's griefing and what isn't. It's that specific word, I think, that bugs me about it. Like, it's griefing. Well, what? Because I beat you 10 times in a row.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's
it's not that though. It's abuse, isn't it?
It is open to interpretation.
It's abuse. It's team killing. It's purposely.
But you can't team kill in that game.
I don't know that you can't throw a grenade and just kill everyone. You can.
Like, I just if that's the case, then get friends and make a private server, like we do.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's not. They're talking about it as if it's kind of this new thing that and it's like, well, this happens in video games since like
I think
the internet was
here
invented.
Is this is outlined in the EULA? Maybe I don't think it's actually happened yet. So what
I think it's been in all of theirs as far as I can gather. They have had this ability to do this for ages. They've done it on other games. They've just someone's picked up on it this time, I think. But I might be wrong. But that's what when I was going through it, they said they've only ever banned a handful of people.
Like, I totally, if you're actually cheating, or you've purchased or you haven't purchased the game, so you've acquired it illegally, then yeah, fine.
I mean, to take it as a different game, another one of their games, like Red Orchestra, so easy to grief other people in that game. You could shoot them in the foot because that's got team killing on. You're not going to kill them. You're not going to get kicked because you're not killing them, but you're still
leading them out.
Exactly. So, I mean, this is just one game out of a couple of theirs, but I can see why they're doing it, and fair enough. So you're going to buy the game just to be a knobhead and ruin everyone else's game.
Right. So is this just part of their standard EULA then?
It looks like it is.
It's being taken out of context to a game that it's probably not going to apply to.
Quite possibly.
As far as I can gather, yeah.
We have it on our website, and we don't always use it.
Yeah.
But sometimes we do.
Sometimes we have to. Sometimes people force our hands.
Sometimes I like to just to watch him die.
Oh boy. All right. I'm going to get to some more trouble in the gaming scene in a little bit, but first I thought I'd mention out that Rock Band 4 is actually going to be co-published by Mad Catz, hardware maker.
Shit, hardware maker.
Didn't mind it. It was fun. It was, it was basically air guitar.
Yeah.
But it's past that now. Come on, people. Pick up a real instrument.
Well, you enjoyed these games, didn't you?
I did. I enjoyed the fact that I could just, like I play guitar, so I'm okay with just sitting there playing guitar.
Yeah.
But some of my friends aren't musicians of any talent. They want to be or whatever, whether it's air drumming or air guitaring or whatever. So it was a good way to just kind of party a bit.
Yeah.
In fact, I believe the game was more challenging for me because I know how this song is supposed to be played, and that's not what your fingers do when you're playing this shit. So it made it stupid in that way. But yeah, it was fun. It was a party game. To have this many iterations and then fill it all with DLC, it makes it very money grubbing.
From what I hear, which I haven't seen, I hear you have to repurchase all the songs for this new version. Have you heard that?
I've not.
Okay.
But it wouldn't shock me.
Yep. So if you've purchased every song available on the iTunes library made for Rock Band, you have to start all over again? I don't know. This is certainly not the Rocksmith game, right? Rocksmith is the one with the real guitar.
Rocksmith's the one you plug your real guitar into.
Yeah.
And that one's challenging in its own right because they take out the wrong fucking notes. Like to say, all right, we're gonna ease you into this song, and it's like, oh, well, I already know this song, and you fail the song if you play too many notes because you know it front to back.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, a little fucky.
Now you're becoming a musician.
Yeah, that one is tricky. I was playing that earlier. It's
a musician loads $5,000 worth of equipment into a $500 car, drives 100 miles to play a gig that pays $50. That's a musician.
Okay, I was a musician. And I don't even think I made $50. Just beer money.
Yeah, we'll play for beer.
Yeah. Okay. Mad Max has a trailer out.
That's drummer.
Mad Max has a trailer out, which I think the game looks good. Whether or not it's going to be good is a whole other story. Don't know.
I watched this. I'm skeptical, just because that trailer reminded me a lot of Rage, and where I was like, "Oh, this looks awesome! This is gonna be amazing! It's gonna be like Mad Max!" And then
That's what Rage was, though. Was just Mad Max.
It really was, yeah.
But I got so excited about it, and then it was just like, "No, this is shit."
Yep, there was driving in Rage. Lots of.
But even just visually, like, looks similar.
Hi, Ham.
Hey, thought I'd hop into the next topic.
Join us.
It's Mad Ham.
Mad Ham. Reliving the rage.
Lumberjack Ham.
I chopped down bad games.
Now, if you watch this video, I think it's this video, or maybe it's another video that that explains how the game is going to be. You're going to have to go through and find or build or find a way to purchase weapons and alliances and build your own car, which I don't understand how you can build your own car without having any money, and how do you get money without a car?
You probably take over some sort of mutant garage, chop shop, kill everybody in it or something.
Prison rules.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So
All right.
I guess we're not clued into the overarching plot to the game, are we? It's just.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there's a hugely complex plot going on in this game. Other than kill everything.
Yeah, I don't think I'd pay attention. I think I would just, that's all I would do. What was the plot to Rage?
There wasn't one.
Yeah.
Well,
there was. We just never got to the end.
Hang on. Yeah, in order to have a plot, there has to be an end, and there was no ending.
That still ironically makes me rage to this day.
Once it started,
that game just ended. Like, all right, I'm going against. I got to go to this next big city because they talked about it through the whole game, like this big, massive city. Like, oh, cool. All right, I'm going there now. I've done all the little side quests and I've done everything, so I'm ready to move on to that. And then now you just fight through that corridor and then it's over. Yeah. So, wait, what?
Yeah.
Why am I watching credits?
Seeing credits right here?
What? And it wasn't even like an end bad guy. It was just like.
That's right. Yeah, there was.
It was just what? Plus, with the added technical problems that game had when it first came out as well, with the mega textures not loading and.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. One of Rage's biggest issues was it seemed like it lacked focus, almost just because there was no idea of what you were doing, what you were sort of leading up to, or what you were just overall really trying to accomplish. It was just like, all right, follow this stuff and we're going to kind of clue you into there's something bigger going on, but into the game, there you go. At least in something like Half-Life 2, shortly after you started the game, when you saw the Citadel in the distance, you kind of had a point of reference, like, all right, that's what I'm trying to get to in the end, or that's what I'm trying to bring down. And so you knew you were working towards it in some fashion. Rage, it was just like, here's a series of things that some of
they gave you that city that you were going to, but it just never appeared.
Yeah.
So they got to that part of the game writing the script and then just went, oh, I'll finish it later, and then just forgot. Oh, did we not do that? Oh, just send them out anyway. It'd be fine. No one will notice.
Yeah. All right, we've reached our budgets. Roll credit.
Yeah. I'm sorry, we can't afford the credits. Ah, fuck.
Just write them on a piece of paper and we'll videotape it.
The person who is in charge of the ending has been sacked.
Before the
Monty Python ending.
This game still has a lot to go. September 1st is supposed to be the release.
Oh, that's quite a while away.
And there's cannibalism.
Great.
That's exactly what I want from my games.
Eat out your dead.
So the combat looks like a mix of, I want to say, like Arkham, Batman.
I was just gonna say Batman, yeah.
Yeah, or that Mordor, is it? I don't know. Whatever the latest Lord of the Rings games was.
Mordor.
Yeah.
Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
Shadow of Mordor. Yeah, which also kind of aped Batman, but whatever.
Well, they're all trying to mimic the Batman system.
Yeah. Which I think is great for Batman. I'm not sure if it really translates.
Yeah,
well.
for other games, yeah.
It doesn't. It's not great for Batman. Well, it's good news that Batman maybe got it right, but it's not great for them because they don't get any benefit out of this. Nobody will know.
Yeah, they do. Everybody, like every single review now, if you've got any kind of combat that is vaguely reminiscent of that system that was in that Batman game, it's mentioned every single time.
Oh.
Multiple times as well. Like, it's not like, oh, they got this combat. Yep, the combat's like Batman. Like, we just said it right there. Which
all the voices sound like Batman too.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Russell Crowe as Batman.
I'm Darth Vader.
All right,
Look at me now.
Skyrim mods.
Yeah, pay mods
for sale on Steam.
Yeah, this has caused quite a stir, hasn't it?
Yes, well, it is kind of interesting. First of all, it's interesting that you can now sell mods on Steam for at least Skyrim. Meaning you can make models, replace the dragon, which is what a lot of people are doing, replace a bear. And there's a lot of interesting things out there, like a $99 bear replacement.
Jesus.
It's no different than fucking
$99
making hats and selling hats.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
It's a marketplace bullshit thing.
It's much worse. I mean, here you can like change the stones and sell new stones or something.
Like, oh, I can already see this being exactly what you just said. So it's going to be people charging ridiculous prices for like shit.
That is what's happening. I think I have a small list here.
Like, I fixed some spelling errors. It's $100, please.
Gabe Newell's genitals HD resolution. It's $100.
The thing is, there are so many good mods for Skyrim.
The gold potato mod.
And they're free.
And they're free, and there's, for every one good mod, there's a fucking 100 terrible ones.
But I saw something as well that they're gonna change it a little bit and have pay what you want.
That'll be available.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So I would like to pay nothing. Thank you. I just don't. Yeah, I just didn't like this whole thing. It was, no.
Microtransactions mod. So that you can get through the game as quickly as possible, you can microtransaction your way through. And all the money goes to him.
Awesome. A cheat.
That's the other thing. Do we know what like kind of cut Steam takes out of it?
75%.
25%.
Jesus.
So they get a big percentage.
Does like the developer of the game get?
It's to be split between Steam and the developer.
Wait. Don't say that. It's not between Steam and the developer. It's between Steam and the person who published it.
Yes.
Okay. People are going through and including other people's mods and selling them.
Yeah, well, that's what I was getting at, yeah. Because now, and one of the things that we've seen over the years is this whole, like, is it, you took my mod. Yeah. Well, yeah, you took my mod. Well, screw you. It's my copyrighted material. And you're like, well, no, it's actually owned by the game, but that's besides the point.
Right.
But now when you bring money into it, now people are selling. So I'm going to steal all your mods, make one giant mod pack, sell it for $100, and I'm going to make all the money and you're not.
Yeah, we used to proofread all that stuff and investigate.
Yeah.
When it was easy enough to do. Now it's probably a bit overwhelming, especially
now
when money's involved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck lawyers.
Completely different.
Especially hot lawyers.
And there's also a sub thing going on here where, as an author, you can put your stuff up on a Steam, but Steam can decide, first of all, how much to charge for it and whether or not it actually ever disappears when you want to take it off.
So it's Steam greenlight bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once it's up there, it's up to Steam whether or not what happens to it, regardless of your wishes. So some people are up in arms about that. But then again, it goes right back to what you guys started the saying. They don't really own it.
Well, this is what I'm confused. This is the bit that confuses me because so do the developer of the actual game, original game, do they get any money out of this?
I don't know.
Because it is their game. It is their proprietary. It is their proprietary stuff.
If they don't, then how is it that that Valve are getting away with this? Because they're selling other people's copyrighted material.
It's a great point. I feel like there's going to be, before the dust settles, there's going to be a lot of legal stuff happening before, this entire program might just get scrapped at some point because of all the sort of really fringe edge cases that don't seem to have been addressed before this went live.
It's the equivalent of like, all right, I write a book and I get it published. I go to a publisher, they publish it for me. I sell a bunch of it. It's awesome. And then somebody else goes, hey, can I write a sequel? And then the publisher, without even talking to me, goes, yeah, sure. Here, we'll sell it. That's the equivalent. It's like, wait, what? You can't. That's my book. You can't do that.
Stuff like that's happened before, though.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but like.
Yeah.
You can also make mods that require other mods.
Oh, good.
Just like one mod, but you need all 100 of my other mods to use.
No, so what you do
to rule them all.
What you do is you literally make like a base mod, right? And you call it your whatever base mod. And you charge $100 for that, and then you make a shit ton of others, and you put them out for free. But oh wait, you need the base mod, so you have to buy my base mod to use the others.
I got one for you. In the facts, what happens if a mod I bought breaks? It says, well, someone may post or modify files that somebody else modifies, and therefore breaks one of your mods. And if that happens, it is best to post politely on the workshop items page and let the mod author know the details of what you are seeing. End.
Oh God. So in other words, we're not going to do. We're doing that. We don't care. Yeah.
Use at your own risk.
Yep.
Wow.
It's horrible.
So yeah, you're going to get a whole bunch of pay-for mods that just break the game.
And I guess you can release anything as long as it's not copyrighted.
Well,
that's the only restriction.
Bad on Gabe Newell for not getting his genitals in high definition copyrighted then.
Yeah.
So that's it.
I don't.
See, if a bunch of modders that do actually make these were smart, they would just go and start pulling their stuff off Steam and be like, no, we're not gonna do it then. We'll just put it on other websites for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was
So you get the actual people that make the decent mods will just be like, no, or if you can put it up for free, they'll just put it up for free.
But the thing is now someone's brought in, oh, you can make money on this.
Yeah.
So people are going to start thinking, hey, my mod is worth money.
They are already. Have you seen that?
Here's the other thing as well. Yeah, here's the other thing as well is it breeds that in sense of entitlement again.
Yes, that's
where it's like, this is my mod and it's the best. Like, I'll give you an example. Armor 3. There was a Breezy will know about it. Well, sort of vague numbers. There was a game mode that we used to love to play called Domination, where we essentially take over the whole island, and you do missions and blah, blah. The guy that made that made it for Armor 2. They did a contest recently for Armor 3. We could win a bunch of money and blah blah. Apparently, he submitted said game mode and he hadn't changed anything. He just submitted it for the next game, so it was exactly the same, and it didn't win. I'm assuming along the grounds of, well, it's the same thing. You didn't really make it. Everyone else submitted something brand new, whereas you kind of just took what you'd already done and threw it in. This guy then comes all over the internet and he's like, fuck Bohemia, I'm not making my mod anymore. It's my mod. You're not allowed to use it. If you're making videos with my mod, you have to get permission from me, and like talking about copyright and all this shit. And it's just that, it's that level of like entitlement, and it's like, well, actually, you own nothing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So. Right, and it's just I can just see this being the same thing where it's like, well, no, I'm a paid mod developer now.
Oh man, what a headache.
Yeah.
This is gonna breed little collectives that have nothing but money in mind to.
Yeah, and like then you get like what Breezy was saying, where you get these about 100 ship mods turns into 1,000.
Right.
I think it's a great idea if you're sitting at a bar, a few drinks in, and you're talking to your buddies. Yeah, let's sell mods for our game. It's awesome. But in reality, it's not. It's going to turn really sour fast for Valve.
I sort of like I sort of prefer the idea of like pay what you want or like some sort of donation. So
yeah, I can understand that more.
Hey, your mod was awesome. I'll give you a couple of bucks, but don't charge me before I even try it, kind of thing.
Right.
Like, you know, your mod was awesome. Here's some money so you can keep working on it and maybe even make a real game someday.
I like that.
That's a lot better than, okay, first you have to pay me $50 and it may or may not work, and
and it may work today, but it won't work tomorrow.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Well, this is, you know, it's. I wonder how much of this is. I can't say any of this is like a part of an offshoot of the mobile game development, because mods came before the mobile, where you know you just build something small and stupid. Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing, it moved to the mobile because mobile was accepting the small and stupid.
Yeah. It just got smaller and stupider, you know.
Yep.
They are now making watch games.
Oh,
that's real old.
Oh my goodness.
That's going real old school. That is retro.
Like Tetris on the watch.
I don't even know if they're going that. That's too complex. I haven't seen that one. I don't know.
Pong. I remember. So this is back in the golden age of the digital era. A watch that you could play hockey on, but it was just the little LEDs would move, and you could move your dude left or right to dodge and score the. But yeah, it was a watch game. I had that. That was like 1981 or 82 or something like that. So yeah, I mean, this is not a new idea, but it definitely is not a good idea.
No. Although looking at those pictures that you've got up there, all I'm thinking is I really want one of them so I can get the Pip-Boy layout on it.
I don't know. I don't feel like there are better suited devices for stuff like this. The watch, I mean, you can enhance the watch. Pebble has done it. You can have more than just the time. You can have the weather. You can have a quick update, something like that. But to start to create all these sort of interactive things where you've got to read walls of text or something like that on a watch, that's what the phone in your pocket is for. The watch is so you can glance at something and immediately get the info.
My thumb is bigger than that watch screen. How am I supposed to play a game on that?
Yeah.
It made me laugh. I think when it was Ham, when we were talking about this a while back, and I said, "What did you use that watch for?" And it's like, mainly just to look at the time. Oh, the Apple Watch to link to your phone. So well, I just pretty much I would just use it to look at the time. Just buy a watch then.
Yeah.
That's great.
At $350.
Oh, Jesus.
That's really up there.
Yeah.
Having purchased. I know it's silly. Having purchased the Pebble watch way back, I can understand the minute amount of value it has. It does have a small value, but it is extremely small. The value.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's room to enhance the classic watch, but I think it does have a ceiling, and beyond that, it just gets ridiculous. And Apple has immediately stepped into the ridiculous territory.
You say that, but when we get our laser watches, you'll be buying them.
Laser watches.
I'm beyond that. I'm just going to have the watch on my head the entire time. It's going to be...
Don't worry,
Ham.
2027 they predict. You'll be able to go out and buy buy a new set of eyes, and it'll have Wi-Fi connectivity and everything. So you have to need the watch.
Yeah. I know exactly what time it is all the time, even in my sleep when I close my eyes.
Now I just got an image. It's just a game HUD, like, in your eyes. Yep. Mm-hmm. You've really got to start worrying when your life bar starts going down.
Little health bar.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Shit, I'm dying. I don't know why.
I got jam on the screen.
The more you drink, the lower your life bar goes down. Sorry, guys, I'm 1 pint away from dead. I gotta go home.
Yep. All right, another piece of hardware. HTC is about to be handing out, very loosely handing out their headset.
The Vive.
At least to the developers right now. But, you know, the news portion of this, I think, is that it will be released commercially later this year.
It's supposed to be.
So finally, we will be able to put an end to all this nonsense when we get this thing in the consumer's hands and they realize it's stupid.
This is stupid. I want to talk about vaginas.
Yeah.
They haven't made they've made some great demos. They haven't made the compelling thing that's going to say, hey, this is worth your money and this is worth your time. They haven't done it. And unfortunately, people are going to see that when they buy it. But by then, it'll be too late.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have bought it.
You just got to be the first one to sell it. That's all.
Right.
All right. Last one. Postal 2 has DLC.
How old is that game?
It's really old.
Now you can change that cat on the end of your gun to a different animal that you don't like.
Bears.
Put a bear on the end of your gun. Silent.
Yeah.
You're right. When was Postal 2?
Oh, it's like
I'm going to say 2009.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was earlier than that. I thought it was like the 90s.
I think it's 2000. No, wait, that might be the wrong one.
Postal was in the 90s.
2005, is it possibly?
Let's see what the Google says. Postal 2 cheats.
In 2005, an expansion was released. Postal 2 was released to the game. The original game was 1997.
There you go.
Postal 2? 1997?
Not Postal 2.
No, Postal was 97.
Okay.
And no, that was a DLC. I'm a little confused by the wording here, but I think 2005.
Release date, April 13th, 2003 on Windows.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah, yes. There it is.
That's a pretty old game.
So, crawling out from under the rock of obscurity, we have DLC for Postal 2. Mm-hmm. Available on Steam. Buy them now. Get your season pass. That's what you should do, is sell a season pass mod that allows you to download other mods.
Yes.
It doesn't do anything for you, but you pay this season pass and it allows you access.
That's the ticket. That's how you do it. We won't tell you what the season pass contains. Nothing.
Or how much it contains. Yeah, just you're getting the season pass. Oh, I'll give you money for that. Because if you purchased all that DLC individually,
I think you got a mod idea right there that you can sell. Sell the season pass, make it a digital thing you can add to your inventory. That's it.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah.
And every changing season, you release something new. It's the spring season.
No.
It is now summer.
Oh, you didn't say that it's good for every season, so you have to buy a new one every season.
Yeah.
That was only good for last season.
Right.
It's an annual season pass. Guarantees that the next season will eventually get there. The amount of sales on that would prove the gullibility of
You only make a quarter a sale though.
Pre-order your next season now.
2 bits.
To guarantee on-time delivery.
I think that's going to be the next thing, like with something like Call of Duty. They're going to say, as soon as like day one when the game releases, they're going to say pre-order the sequel, like right now. Or maybe
start pre-ordering it during the beta testing.
Pre-order the sequel to this game.
Speaking of Call of Duty, have you seen the trailer for the new, what they're talking about for their new one?
I did
not.
Not
the zombies, right? The Black Ops?
No, it's like Black Ops 3 or something. Yeah. I watched it and just thought the entire time, see, what you've done there is you've just copied Deus Ex Human Revolution's entire story. Like seriously. Oh yeah. It's almost like the trailers were the same, like visually different, but like the things that they were doing, just good God.
Wow. Great artist steal or something like that.
Yeah.
In this case, bad people steal too. So.
All right. That's it. You guys want to complain about anything else before we wrap it up?
I think next week we should talk about Mortal Kombat and the tragedy that is.
Is it a tragedy? I don't know.
It's aped the mobile phone model. So you just pay a premium price for it, but everything is all about selling you DLC, like right away. We'll have to look into it and then talk about it. It's pretty ridiculous. And it's bad news for big budget games. But to be continued.
Stay tuned next week when Ham will say.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Windows 8.
10. 8,
Yeah,
10.
it's 10 now.
Yeah. All right.
Dealing with this tragedy.
Then I'll wrap it up and say we'll be back. Well, I think we'll be back next week. Hopefully there's some more news to talk about. And if there isn't, then we just won't come back.
There
should be something.
Be camping.
Come on.
I
These
won't be
mods
here
are for
either.
sale. We're going to see blood in the streets, so there'll be something to talk about.
I won't be here because I'm doing something stupid like running a half marathon.
I don't understand why you can't just join us during the run. You have a phone.
No one wants to see that, trust me. Just me running, like, basically crawling along the pavement. Oh, why did I do? Why?
Beer me.
This was so stupid.
Somebody please beer me.
Help a brother out.
I could run with, like, a stick with a beer hanging on the end of it and just chase after it.
That'd actually be funny.
I saw, I did the Vancouver Sun Run last Sunday, and I saw a sign that said, something like, fuck running, let's go to the pub. Saw that.
All right, then. So, next week, check out over at MODSonair.com. All of the past episodes, including that one from July 11th, 2000 what? What did I say? 2005? Yeah, that's what I said. Where you can hear...
Yeah.
Where you can hear a young Stryder curse at you. All right. I got a closing a song here somewhere that I can play. And, all right, if you have anything else you want us to bring up or talk about, mailbag at modsonair.com. I don't think it'll go to the spam bin, so give it a shot.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next week when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at modsonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@modsonair.com. And please consider subscribing to modsonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
All right, everyone. That's it. Have a great week.
Get out.
Get out.
All right. See you later.
Perfect.